Start. Hey guys, Cory here with Co-op Couple. Welcome to part 4 of my RPG Maker vs Ace tutorial. Where we last left off, we had just created this beautiful island world map. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little town now that we can link this map to. So we're going to create a new map and we'll name it Example Town. We'll change it to the width, we'll change to about 35, height to about 30. We don't need a loop, parallax background, or anything like that. And then it's going to give us this, our nice, beautiful new town. So what we kind of want to do with this town is we kind of want to have it multi-layered where it's not just all flat. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing that I like to do when creating a town is I like to put down the groundwork. So we're going to just kind of lay down a bunch of grass and then we'll go from there, except you know what, I forgot to do one thing. Let me go back to map properties and instead of field we're going to change it to exterior. So it's going to be kind of a town that we're going to be changing it to. So nothing else is going to change. Instead what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make this a little bit interesting because we're going to kind of make it look like it's raised. Like we're going to have kind of platforms like that. We might have a couple of them. And then maybe right here we'll have some stairs that are going to go up to the main part of the town. No, not right there. Right there is, we're going to have kind of maybe a little stream running through it, but we'll get to that in just a moment. As you can see, there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. And what you'll want to do is kind of make it kind of an ending curve a little bit. No, that's not right. We'll just leave it kind of going to the end there. That might be better. And then maybe we'll yeah. Alright, we'll just leave that as it is. That's going to be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make it look like it's just kind of a raised area. So to do that, we're going to just add these little features here to make it look like it's on a platform. Because if what you can do is you can also just make it like it has its own little feature that you can create if you have the pencil. So you can do, and this is basically going to be the wrong way to do it. So you can have that, and then it definitely looks raised, but if you try to put a house on top of it, I'll show you what happens. Let's go ahead and try to put a house on it, and it doesn't work. Why? Because this whole thing is a raised platform, and then what we're doing right here is we're just making it look like a raised platform, but all this other land over here is just really kind of flat land. So that's what we're going to be doing to make our town. So let's go ahead and erase that. We're going to finish, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this part right here. We're going to kind of make it outlined all around to kind of make it look like it's just one big platform. And then I'll see you here in just a second. Okay guys, we are finished with kind of making our little area into a platform here. So it looks pretty nice. This looks like it's flat. This looks like it's a platform. So I think we'll be able to work with this. I'm just going to touch up some of the shadow detail here. Should be okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to change the shadow detail on this part right here to make it look like it's kind of casting a shadow since it's supposed to be tall. Got to be careful with shadows, otherwise you will make a mess with them and you'll have shadow all over the place. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we will add, let's see, what will we add here? Kind of want to add a new type of little thing here. Nah. Alright, so yeah, that'll kind of look, that should look okay for what we're going to use it for. Alright, so we'll go ahead and remove the shadows here because we want it to look like it's raised up. So we got a wall here. What are we going to do with that? Well, I will show you. What we're going to do is we are going to bring in a little bit of a waterfall to kind of give it a look like it's a, yeah, we wanted a waterfall because it's going to be kind of a, well, kind of like a creek, little creek here. So is that going to work? That's going to work. So we'll go ahead and use this. Not that. Now it might look kind of strange, but it's our little creek, so we can do with it what we want, right? Alright, so we're going to make this water extend out, kind of branch off a little bit. The reason we're kind of branching it off that way is because we want the player to only be able to access this side over here, because that's the side he's going to come in on. So let me go ahead and add the shadow back in real quick. If I can keep a straight line. Okay, shadow's back. Alright. Yeah, that should look okay, I think. Okay, so we got waterfall there, water right there. Nice little creek type of thing going on. Now what we'll go ahead and do is we'll add the houses, because that's going to be the next most important part. Since they're on an island, let's go ahead and give them kind of little log cabin type of things, or maybe these little grass houses. That'll be fine, right? So as you can see with RPG Maker, it kind of automatically builds the house for you. You can basically change the size. So we'll go ahead and change the roof a little bit. Make that a decent sized house, and we'll put a couple of those there. I mean, you definitely want to kind of have a little bit of variation for the houses. You don't want them all looking the same, because otherwise you won't be able to tell whose house is whose. So it's also a pretty big house. Leveling it up in style here. Okay, so that's good. Maybe make a smaller house, kind of like a log cabin right here. This is definitely going to be a little bit smaller. So it automatically builds the shadow for you, which is nice. I definitely appreciate that. What we're going to do is, just to access this side of the town over here, we're going to build a bridge, but we're going to use layer B for that. Otherwise we will run into some problems. So we got a little bridge going on right there. We're going to try to make it a little more beautiful by adding these little supports, otherwise you'll have people falling in. So let's see, we got 3 houses. Well, let's see here. We don't want everyone to live in a house. Maybe we want somebody to, I don't know, live in a tent. So we'll go ahead and set a little tent over there. And maybe we'll go ahead and put in one more little house. And let's go ahead and build the mayor's house. He's gonna live in a friggin' mansion. Maybe not that big. Okay. Obviously, you don't need to make the houses exactly like this. You can change them around a little bit if you want to. Add some different character, kind of give it a little more character. You can make the house like that if you wanted, or let's go ahead and take it a step by going like that, and then we will kind of bring this down a little more, bring that down a little more. That way it's a different, it's kind of a different shaped house. So we'll go ahead and use this design for this house, and then that should be okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw up some paths. There's a lot of different things you can use for paths. Wait, let me put in one thing real quick. We're going to add the stairs, and this is going to be the stairs that leads to the town, because you kind of want the player to be accessing the town. And that's how you do that. So we'll go ahead and do this real quick. So the player can just kind of walk up into the town. And then let's go ahead and add the paths. Obviously that's not going to work. Okay, let's go ahead and put in some paths. I'm going to undo that. Path leading there, path leading to the bridge. And we got lots of different things going on. So we got paths kind of leading everywhere. Maybe this could be town square or something like that. Just kind of whatever you want to do. Alright, so after we got the town houses created, usually you can go ahead and put in the windows. I usually put in the doors as like an event, because it makes it a little bit easier since there's opening and closing animations. So we'll go ahead and put in a few windows here, make it actually look like a house. Maybe have an open window. Window right there. Maybe right there. Yeah, window right there, and door will go right there. Add a little more path in there. And then what we want to do with this path is we want to definitely make sure that this is the area that the player can exit from, just so they don't get lost. And we may even want to kind of fence it in, just to kind of give some boundaries there, so you can basically look but you can't touch. Alright, then what we want to do now that we have the houses built, we have the land built, we want to go ahead and put in a few textures just to kind of make it nice. The first thing we'll go ahead and add is going to be stuff from, it's going to be some grass here. We'll go ahead and kind of put that down. Maybe try this grass instead, that might be a little bit better. So you definitely want grass in your town, otherwise it's going to look kind of drab and boring. So definitely just be free with the grass, do whatever you want with it. Can't really hurt anything by adding more grass. So we got some grass there, maybe some grass down there, grass over there. So yeah, we're just putting grass in all kinds of places. Then next thing we'll do is we will put different objects in there, kind of make it kind of have a town feeling. Maybe in the center of town we'll put a well. Seems like that will belong there. A couple of houses can have some barrels. Can't go wrong putting those there. Trees, of course we need trees. let's see here. It's going to be near a ocean, so we'll go ahead and put in some palm trees. Just like that. See how the palm trees on layer B don't conflict with the tiles that are on layer A, so it's definitely good. Alright, so we got our palm trees, and they look okay. We will go ahead and put in just some different little grasses. Don't want the grass right on the path, so we'll just put in some different grasses right there. Maybe some over here. These can be even weeds for all I know. Alright, so we got that going on. Looks pretty grassy. Maybe just add some different textures to maybe even the wall face itself. Say it's got some cracks after years of being there. Maybe even add a bigger crack, probably damaged by waves or something like that. Maybe add a little animal hole, who knows. We'll go ahead and put some flowers in there as well. Can't really go wrong with flowers. Anything to kind of give your map a little bit of brightness and texture, you definitely want to put that in there, because you can't really go wrong with kind of adding a little color. Definitely want to put in some rocks. Put some rocks down there. Just feel free to be liberal when you're adding stuff to your map, but just don't go overboard. Okay, we'll maybe do some different types of grass. Alright, that's starting to look like a town, so it's definitely awesome. Alright, so in addition to maybe some barrels, we'll go ahead and put maybe a fire pit right here. You know, they might have a bonfire. A bucket of water by the well. Somebody just gathered water, you never know. Okay, and then we'll put some of this algae looking stuff. We'll put that near the water. That seems like it might kind of fit well. And speaking of water, what we can do is, let's see here, if there's some little tiny rocks we can put in there. Maybe not, but maybe let's try putting a log in there. Oops, put the log in the wrong place. We'll just add a couple logs. Won't hurt anything. Maybe a couple different types of flowers. Putting the flowers in the grass will work as well, if you wanted to do that. Alright, we got these small little rocks that we can put in the water. Alright, here we go. They even give us some vegetables to use. Maybe this guy has a little vegetable garden. Some people have firewood. There's a bonfire, you might have some firewood by it. Firewood next to the tent. And then a sign for the town that you can just freely read. Adding a couple more things in there just to kind of give it a little more than it has. So we got the makings of a nice looking town right here. There's a bridge, there's buildings, we just need to put the doors on. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll link the town with the main map. To do that, we're going to add an event and we'll put it right there. In the event screen, we're going to put the trigger as being a player touch, meaning if the player walks over it, he'll be transported to the previous map. So we'll choose the example map as the destination. We'll click OK, and then we'll go ahead and change it to the direction of up. And what we'll do is on the example map, we will change, we'll set an event to be player touch, and then we'll have it transfer the player to the little town we built. You always want to have it be, you don't want to have the layer be, or you don't want to have the destination be on top of another event, or it might trigger that event or cause some type of conflict. So we'll go ahead and do it that way. Hit apply, and we'll go ahead and basically just test this out and kind of see if everything works. Alright, so here we are on our little island. We go to, you can even set some like footstep sounds as well, but this is just basic. So we're in this little town. We have to walk around, kind of see exactly what it's like to be in here. I mean, you can definitely see that this would be possibly a type of town that you would visit inside of a game. So as you can see, you got the waterfall going on. It's definitely adding a nice little bit of scenery. You could even have an event if you walked near the waterfall. It would kind of trigger a waterfall sound. And I can show you how to do that in a later video. But yeah, that's our town for right now. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and basically just add some people to the town, just to kind of make it a little more lively. So join me in the next video as we'll do that then.